Hey, this is Jonathan, and it's been a while since I last recorded. Last time we did some error handling stuff. I did fix up the error handling a bit more off camera. I don't remember exactly what I did since it's been like 2 weeks since I last recorded, but boy, yeah, there's been some changes, but nothing major. Let me see if I can remember what I did at all. I'm able to run the app now, and yeah, I figured out how the box error stuff works. There's like some kind of implicit conversion to a boxed error if you use the question mark operator. So the question mark operator actually does more than just do like an early return. It also tries to do this like convenient, oh, if the type is box, then auto box kind of thing. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure how much I like that, because that kind of makes it not so explicit, but I mean, that's just how it is. The other thing that I think would be kind of nice is instead of doing box like error, like general errors, it might be better to use like enums of errors when you get the chance, so that way you don't have to. Well, first of all, you're not going to do the boxing, and second of all, then you can do stuff based on the error type, rather than doing things based on the some kind of error string. I mean, obviously you can just check the string and see if it contains certain messages or whatever, but that's clearly that's not a very type-safe solution. So yeah, I have a preference for being able to use whatchamacallits, enums for this, some types. And it also would be, well, you can actually downcast error, I believe. I think there's a downcast method for that, but yeah, not something I particularly care about right now. So yeah, just trying to get reoriented with this project. Well, I guess I should explain what's happened. So I've gotten hit by quite a bit of snow recently, and yeah, going to and from work with all the snow and everything can be kind of annoying, so that's a problem. Anyway, I think what we need to do now is try to get this thing to work. With the tiles. So I'm gonna have to actually like parse the tile map and everything. Well, I don't have to do the parse, but yeah, this thing is gonna do the parse. I don't remember the exact algorithm that's going to be used here, but I think I should have it here. Just gonna try and make slow and steady progress with this project. Don't want to rush things, because otherwise I'm just gonna lose interest and not want to work on it. Don't care about this. I think actually the logic was here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So I don't really remember what I was doing. I got around here. I think I got to about here. Yeah, that looks familiar. Fetch tile set. Which is just get 0, okay or else. And then we have to get the image for that tile set. Oh, here I do an images.clone for some reason. I guess because I didn't want to actually return the image just yet. But this should be easy at this point. Because now we can just get the image from this guy. So I should be able to just call the same function here. Tileset.images.get. then I guess the problem with this is that I think this actually... Wait, does this borrow? I think it actually just borrows it. Yeah. If I get... This is going to be an option, so I need to call OK or else on this. Return the tile set fetch error or something? I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. I could have an image fetch error. Ah! What are you doing? Stop. So this will be simple. I can just copy and paste this and we're good. Copy and paste programming. Not really the best practice, but oh well. Image fetch error. I don't really know what the better solution would be here. Maybe like a macro or something, but I don't know. Feels like extra work. Alright, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna come down here, and we're gonna put in an image fetch error, I guess. Yeah. Maybe I should break this out into its own function. Fetch tile set image. And then we'll give it the tile set. Or we won't give it the tile set, we're gonna borrow the tile set. Yeah, I've also been kind of missing working with Rush. Rush, the new programming language. No, Rust lately. I'm sure there's a language called Rush, but yeah, I haven't actually written much Rust lately. Mostly been playing with like React and front-end development stuff at work and learning the joys of front-end development. If you can consider that joy. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about front-end development. It just make me cranky. But yeah, I really do miss working with Rust sometimes, and it's really it's really quite nice. This one should be like a tiled image or something. I actually don't know what the type of this thing is. It's a tile set image, but what is the type of the tile set image? That's what I want to know. I think it might be a tiled image. You want to bet that it's just tiled image? Because I think it is tiled image. Alright, we're borrowing the tile set, and then we're going to relinquish control of it. So first we're going to do this, and then we're going to do all this. Actually, yeah, we're just going to copy all this here. Get rid of this. This doesn't match this type, but that's fine. And I think we're okay. This guy should realize that this is the wrong type soon. Or, I guess, the now correct type. I should question mark that. Alright, and here we go. Now we should have our image and our tile set. One thing I didn't notice is did I what did I do with the tile set here? Oh, oops, I was in the right area earlier. So I get the tile set image and the tile set, but this tile set I don't think is actually a tile set. I think this is actually a reference to a tile set. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is actually a tile set reference. So, huh. So this tileset reference has to live... How long does it have to live for? Because it is a reference to a tileset. But I don't actually know its lifetime. I did not think about that. Because I can't just return a reference and then deallocate whatever the main resource was that it's tied to. I don't know what the tileset lives under. I'm gonna go look that up. Here we go. Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm not immediately clicking the tabs, it's because I have a piece of paper that's covering the top part of my monitor right now, so I can't actually see that a little bit. It's really annoying. I should really trim that or move it somewhere else. Okay. I was looking at tile set, I think. Yeah, we have a vector of tile sets. And it's owned by the tiled map. So my guess is this map here. Yeah, it needs to live as long as this map. So this map has to have some kind of lifetime, and the tileset needs to live as long as that map does. But the map is allocated in this scope and not somewhere else, so we're kind of stuck. So the solution here obviously is to restructure the code so that the map is in the outer scope, and then we pass in the map, and then we fetch a tileset and image from it, and then we do whatever else we have to do. So okay, I see what I have to do. Yeah, I'm gonna borrow the map with some lifetime, and then I'm going to do stuff with that map. I think that makes sense. And this map is actually owned. So if I have some function that just does these two steps and then returns the map, then I can have another second function that not takes ownership, but borrows this map and then returns the references to the things inside. And I actually don't know if I'm actually not sure if this image is cloned or if I'm returning a reference to an image. I imagine that we wouldn't clone an image because I think that'd be kind of expensive. But I actually don't know how the image is represented in the in memory right now. So yeah, I think that's the plan. I'm gonna move all this stuff out of here. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna work. So the map needs to live at the top level. And we have to be able to borrow the map and return a reference that lives as I want to say as long as the map does? Yeah. So we're gonna have this thing's lifetime be tied to this map. And I don't know about the image at all. The image can do whatever, I guess. I'm gonna try this and see what happens. I know it's not the right type, but if I do this, I just want to know, like, is this thing actually gonna return like an image, or is it gonna be a reference? Okay, and parse TMX file is gonna be called somewhere, I think. Actually, is it called anywhere? I don't think it's being called, but I do think that the compiler will check this. ID is running low on memory, huh? Please consider increasing available heap. Ooh. That's not good. I did not think about that. Am I really running out of RAM? Okay. Huh. I might have to close the other IDE. Because I am running 2 IDEs right now, but I didn't think I'd run out of RAM like that. So I'm... Okay, mismatched types. Found a reference. Okay, it is... Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I figured I was gonna get. I'm not gonna be able to just get away with this. I'm gonna have to borrow the image and the... Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move this stuff elsewhere then. So I'm gonna first do a copy and paste like this. I just realized I'm working with like these free functions. I'm not actually tying them to any structs or anything right now. So I guess we'll see what happens. I think this is okay as it is. Yeah, I can probably make these internal to this module. I don't need to make these public, probably. So I'll get rid of these publics. And I'll just have this guy be called get tilemap and actually get tile set and image. I know I like to start a lot of my method or function names with verbs. I'm not really sure how necessary that is. Like get this, fetch that, generate this. I mean, it does make it a little bit more descriptive and tells you exactly that it's like an accessor type of thing, but I don't know. I feel like it's starting to make my method names more verbose than they really need to be. Kind of used to the whole like Java / C# way of naming things, and when you have like underscores instead of just, you know, doing everything in camel case, it starts to get a bit long. So I'll have to think of a better solution for all that kind of stuff, I think. So we're going to take a tiled map, but we're going to take a reference to it. Take a lifetime specifier there, and we're going to return... I think we're going to return a tuple. Actually, is it going to be okay with this? I think it might actually. It might be able to figure this out. I might not have to do an explicit... yeah, I think it will elide lifetimes. I think we should be okay. But I do need to pair this guy up with the tile set. There we go. I want to say that it will figure this out. I'm going to test my Rust knowledge and see if I understand this correctly. So now you can go away. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. I guess I could return like the map with these two elements as well. I'm not really sure if I want to do that. I could just make like a struct or a tuple struct that holds these three things. I think I might just do a struct for that. Yeah, just return a struct with all three elements. That might work. I think that'll... I want to say that that's okay. Is that okay? Because if I'm returning the map, then I give ownership back to the original scope for the map. And the two references should live with it, I think. I don't know if it'll be okay with that. Not sure about how the Rust compiler thinks. At least not quite yet. I mean, I guess we could try it, but first I want to make sure that this stuff is okay. So I'm gonna do this. No, I just want to make sure that this thing compiles. Oh, and then this is not Tetris either. I should change that at some point. Well, once I have everything all figured out. Oh, speaking of Tetris, Tetris 99 came out recently, and man, it's pretty crazy. Tetris Battle Royale. Novel concept, and yeah, actually looks really fun. I'm watching some streamers play that, and yeah, seems like it's a pretty solid game. Alright, so that does work. And I am allowed to elide the lifetimes here. So my intuition for how the compiler works is spot on, at least so far. Everything up till now is okay. Things are gonna get more tricky soon, I'm sure. I was hoping I wouldn't have to put this logic out in wherever that calls this thing, but I might have to if I'm not allowed to return the map with this tuple. So what I'm going to try to do is I don't know, I'm just going to call it tuple for now. We're going to call get tile set. Ooh, hello, me pressing the wrong keys. Tile set and image on the borrowed map. I'm going to question mark that, and then we're going to return that in a triple. Oh no, what's the syntax? I think it's this. That seems right. I want to say that's right. This is the wrong type though. What is that weird symbol? Do you see that? Expected map, found map, tile set, and then there's like a... I don't even know what's going on there. That's weird. Huh. I think the IntelliJ Rust plugin might have some issues. This is an older version than the one that's currently out there. But, well, the one that's currently out there is, you know, they're constantly updating this thing, so that shouldn't really be a surprise. I don't know how this is going to work. Can I return a reference with the map? Because it is going to go out of scope with it. So I don't know if the borrow checker will be okay with this. It might just complain. Missing lifetime specifier. Okay, that's what I thought. So it doesn't know how long this is going to live, even though it is going to live as long as this guy. So this thing's lifetime is tied to this guy, but it doesn't recognize the fact that I'm returning these things with it, so it's still living. Yeah, okay. Got it. So I don't think I have a choice here. I'm gonna have to actually restructure this code. That's fine. I didn't really like where this was going anyway. Ooh, this is gonna be kind of tricky. I could make a struct to hang on to these things, these two references. And they have to live as long as that struct does. How would I tie the struct's lifetime to the map, though? That's interesting. Let's try that. Oops. Tile set and image. Actually, I probably don't need this explicit lifetime. Oh, or do I? It does! It does require one, okay. So I was right, originally. I do need that. I cannot get away with not specifying that. Oh, that's so nice! I just realized that they're actually giving that to me, like, before I even hit the build button here. I didn't... Yeah, I think that's new. At least I don't remember it doing that often before. That's... Yeah, I'm not actually sure. That might not be new. So I want the image now. And it also lives as long as my image does. Okay, what's wrong? Wait, is this not the right place to put that? Is it? Is this supposed to go here? Is this supposed to go in both places? No? Maybe only there. Yeah, there we go. That's what I figured. Okay, so now I can say that the tileset and image live as long as this. We're going to create a tile set and image. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, you know, I could just probably call this image and then we won't have to go through that. There you go. Yeah, we have the OK here. I think that's alright. You know, I'm just going to do this because I'm a little bit more comfortable with this spacing. There. That makes me feel better. It's a little bit bigger, but I feel like it's more clear what's going on. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to return a tileset and image now instead of this. Is this thing gonna be okay? No? Alright, that's fine now. So, parsing the map is gonna have to be done separately. I'm pretty sure. There's nothing I can do about this. You have to do this. Because, yeah, otherwise I'd have to have lifetime specifiers for everything, and that wouldn't work so well. So let's just do this. And, oh, I should make these fields public, I think. Because I do want to be able to access them. Actually, is that necessary? I'm not sure that's necessary. I'll leave it without the publics for now. Because all these methods are going to be called internally to this class. Module, whatever. I hate using that word, class, but I'm so used to OO because that's what I do most of the time at my job. And not like I'm, you know, hating on like type classes. I just mean like class, like as in the OO class. I'm not saying I hate the concept of class in general. That'd be kind of silly. Yeah, so this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna call this guy somewhere else. So we're gonna return that. That's all gonna end up here. We should be able to replace all of this logic Yeah, all this logic should be able to be replaced. We're going to use the tileset image width and tileset image height in the image source. And we're going to create tilemap dimensions. Oh, and then we're going to create tile sheet dimensions. And then we're going to create tile data. Okay. And that seems... Oh, and then it ends. Did I not copy the rest of this? I guess I didn't. Oh yeah, because then here's where we do like the mesh loading and everything. Right. I don't want to like put all the logic in one place, so... Where's the last place where we're using tileset? Anyway, I don't think we use it beyond... Yeah, we don't use it beyond here. And tileset image, the last place we're using that is here. Yeah, okay. So since that's the last place we use, well, although we get the source, which is also borrowed from that. And that okay, well, we're not out of the woods yet then. Oh no, that's used all the way down here. Okay. Well, I don't have to do that. I don't have to inline this. I can always store this in like an intermediate variable and return that and then pass that in here later. So I can avoid ownership issues that way. I think that'll work. Yeah. We'll be fine with that, I'm sure. I'm getting ideas for how to restructure things and make them a little bit nicer. Once you get an intuition for like how all the move semantics and everything work, then things start to become significantly easier. I mean, of course, sometimes you'll make mistakes and then trip up, but that's why the compiler's there to catch you. The compiler's like, if you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting, time after time. So, I should be able to just remove that. Yeah, so I'm gonna call parse tmx file and I'm gonna get a map out of that. Parse tmx file. Oh, that's the result, isn't it? I'm gonna have to do something with that. Yeah, so we don't know what the return type of our result here is gonna be. So I'm gonna put a question mark thing there. I wish you could do that and then have it like compile, you know, like in Scala, how you can do that. I like that. Just be able to note to the compiler like, I haven't implemented this yet. I don't really know what's going to go here. Although I think it only works for values anyway. I don't think it works for types, so I guess it's not really the same thing. But I want to put some kind of placeholder here because I don't really know what I'm going to return yet. So I'm going to follow the Scala conventions and try and do something like that. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna question mark it because I feel like doing so. And that's what I'm comfy with. Parse the tmx file. We're gonna get the tmx file out. And we're gonna get the map out, and then we're gonna pass it, or we're gonna borrow it in get tileset and image. What was it? Tileset and image. Yeah, tileset and image equals get tileset and image. This can probably be its own function as well. We're gonna just get the tilemap and image, and then we're gonna do something with it. We're going to do all this stuff, and then we're going to return. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think we can pattern match on this actually. We can probably do something like... I don't remember the exact syntax, but yeah, they do like world and then they do like the dot dot thing. I think I can do tile set image. Like the whoa, yeah, like that. And that should work. I think it will be able to figure that out. And then from here we can use what's tile set image? I'm renaming all my variables and everything, and that sucks. Okay, so that's the image. So I'm just gonna do that. This will be image.source where we borrowed that. And the only reason why the only thing we're using the image source for is just, as far as I know, the only place it's being used is down here. And that should just be a string. Yeah, so I should actually be able to just do this format string and then we should be okay. I shouldn't have to do anything special. Yeah, this is just doing, it's just concatenating these two things. Whatever. Do that, and we'll return that, I guess. We'll have to return this information somewhere. I guess this won't be an initialized tilemap anymore. I'm going to move this into its own function. Yeah, something like that. Oh, well. I want to move this logic elsewhere. Because I want to do this format string. Actually, what am I doing? Couldn't I just inline that, like, right here? Sort of? Like, yeah, I could do that. We'll just do this, except image.source will go into here. And now I can remove this guy and then stick a semicolon at the end here, and I think we're okay. Yeah, the only methods that can fail are these two, but that's okay because we have errors here. We have error handling now. And then we can do all that. And then we'll return the tile set with height and image source, and that should be plenty good. Now I think the image source is... I don't actually know if that's a string reference or if that's an owned string. I think it might be an owned string. Let me check. Format macro ref. Oh, that's not what I wanted to look at. I want to look at this. Does this return a string or a string reference? If it takes string constants, I would imagine it'll take, like string literals. It might do a static allocation. No, it just creates a own string. Okay, that's what I thought. So it does actually do a heap allocation. I mean, that's fair. This might be something I don't want to hard code. I don't know. We'll have to decide later. But I'm going to move this into its own method so that we don't have to worry about dependencies anymore on, like, you know, for like borrow checking reasons. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this code. Definitely feel like we're getting somewhere now. So I parse all that stuff. The results in this case is probably going to be a string. Ooh, I don't really like that. Can I wrap that in a something? I probably should wrap that. Do a new type pattern. Let's have initialized tile map. This will be fetch tile map info. I don't know. Seems good. We'll return, I guess, tile map info. So right now it's going to be a tuple, and these guys are, I think these are U32s. Okay, now I'm not sure. Well, if I'm doing this cast at U32 and I'm doing a U32 division, the result should be a U32, right? Okay, hang on. Rust playground. I swear I know what I'm doing. I'm a little bit rusty, okay? No pun intended. I actually completely forgot about that. That's I'm being silly. Funky. Yeah, I actually haven't worked on that since. I'm way too busy, unfortunately. So let's do, I don't know, 35 as U32 divided by 5. We'll call it A. Is 7, but what's the type of A? Is A U size? No. It's a U32. Okay. See, when you don't have type annotations, it's really hard to tell. Okay, cool. I had to be sure. I mean, like, I know Rust is pretty strongly typed, and so it doesn't prevent... Okay, actually, it just tells me right now. So, you know what? Never mind. IntelliJ is just gonna step in and be like, "What are you doing? I'm here. I'm here to help you. You don't need Rust Playground. You got me. I'm your friend." Alright, so I'm gonna have tile set dimensions. We're gonna make a struct for that, and then we're gonna have like an image source. Yeah, we're gonna make an image source struct that wraps a string. We're gonna return a pair of that and call it tilemap info. Or actually, I'm gonna call it tile set info. Yeah, I like that idea. So I'm gonna do exactly what I just said. Struct tile set dimensions. So it's going to have a width and height. U32 and the height is U32. These are unsigned. That is valid for all inputs because it can be any integer. So I guess that's okay. I'm not gonna do anything different for that. We have another struct. This one's gonna be called image, I think. Image source. Yeah, image source. Image source. This one is just going to be a tuple struct that wraps a string. I mean, I guess technically, an image source can't just be any old string. So I could do some like verification to make sure that it is a path and give this like a smart constructor. I kind of want to do that. But for now, we're going to return an image source string. I'm going to stick a to-do on this and say smart constructor. This bad boy. There we go. Now we don't have to return a tuple, or a triple, I guess in this case. We're going to just return a struct called tile set info. And this one's just going to have a tile set dimensions. So that's what we call it. Tile set dimensions. And this one will be image source, which will be an image source. There we go. Perfect. That's plenty good for me. Tile set info. So we're going to create a new tile set info. And that's going to hold on to all these things, all these great things that we just stuck here. Width will be, leave that guy. Height will be tile set. Oh wait, I need to, I didn't think about that. I need to construct a tile. Yeah. Okay, before I get into this whole thing, let's create a new tile set. Dims. Sure. I'll just put this on that. Equals tile set dimensions. I'm just going to construct this right here on the spot. We don't need any special constructors. We're too good for that. Height will be tile set height. Alright, we'll semicolon that. So now we have our dimensions. Next we want to get our image source. So image source equals image source. And this one will just take, well, source will be image source. Now we can just stick all that stuff right in here. Tile set dims. And did I just, okay, we'll just do that. I like being concise. Image source. What? Oh, because there's a, this is a tuple struct. I'm being silly. Wow, I completely didn't even notice that. Yeah, there we go. Don't even need to do that. Cool. I don't know, I kind of prefer to use tuple structs for these like one element things. It's because I don't know, I feel like if you're just doing a one element struct, you don't really need to name the thing inside of it, because chances are this thing is already tagging it. Alright, cool. So now we have this, which is going to return a tile set info. Excelente. And this is owned. You own everything in this. Because all the borrowing is done. You don't have any more borrows happening at this point. Now fetch tile set info is going to be called up there, up north. North? Do files have directions? North? South? East? West? I mean, maybe. I don't know. If you wanna think of it that way. I mean, when I play a video game, I like to think of it that way. If it's like a a top-down one, like kind of like the one that I'm trying to make. See, I'm getting into the mindset. I'm trying to get into the headspace of working on Mini-rando here. Just don't mind me. So this doesn't need to happen anymore because all that is done. And now, oh, and this stuff is done too. I think we don't actually. Do we need the map still? I'm not sure. We might need the map still. Oh, we definitely still need that map. Oh, we need that map all over the place. Okay. So we can... Ooh. Well, we can borrow the map. We borrowed the map here, and we called this. And then, what did we do for fetch toss info? Oh, I see what I did here. Okay, that kind of sucks. But the only thing I need from here is the tile set and the image, right? And then we can release... then we don't need access to the tile set and image anymore, right? I think so. Okay. I got this. I have it figured out now. So this can be a pure function, actually. We can, or well, it's not like this isn't a pure function. Well, is it a pure function? No, it's not. We're doing side effects, I think. Yeah, I think this is doing side effects. I think this is actually going to be a pure function. Yeah, we can totally do this as a pure function. So instead we're going to just pass in the tileset and image, I think, and then we're going to do stuff with that. I think that makes sense. Probably. Tileset and image. Actually, this is what I want. I want to stick that right here. You get out of here. And now we should be able to just do this. I think we can just take ownership. Yeah, I think this can be done as a pure function. Fetch tileset info. Just stick that bad boy right around here. And we're good to go. Well, instead of destructuring that guy, we're going to take the result of this tile set and image and pass it into here. Oops. I don't know why I didn't just copy and paste. But okay. Sure. And now we have tile set info equal that. Yay! And all the borrowing rules should still be okay. I don't think there will be any problems there. In fact, I am confident that there won't be any problems. I'm so confident that I don't think I'm even going to really bother trying to check that. So now, okay, we still have this problem with the result thing, but that's okay. We'll figure out what we're going to return from here eventually, I'm sure. So I just want to get more comfy here. I actually should probably end the episode soon. Also, I'm going to put a space there because that looks nicer. Yeah, I'm liking the way that this is shaping up. It's just I don't know what to put here yet. I guess I could put unit for now. I don't really have an idea. I'm gonna OK unit. Just to type check. And we're going to do this. Wait, don't I already have tile sheet dimensions? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have tile sheet dimensions. I don't need to calculate this. Should be okay with all that. Yeah, we're gonna just comment out these lines. The rest of this should be okay. Is it complaining? Nah, it's not complaining now. Wait, are you returning an error? Wait, why is this returning an error? This doesn't need to return an error. There are no errors. Yeah, this is fine. We don't even need a result from this. That's right. Extra spicy. I don't know why I described that as spicy, but I just felt like it was cool. I don't need to do that. It's cool. And I don't have a field named image? What? Are you kidding? Oh, it has to actually match the name? Oh, okay. I didn't realize. So it should tell us that an image. Image. I wish I was more consistent about this. Actually, you know what? I'm annoyed. I'm gonna call that one image with the just like that. Because I'm calling it that everywhere else as far as I can see. Yeah, that's fine. Well, maybe not here, but everywhere else it's okay. No, can you not? Okay. There. Image. Image. Okay, this is the only place where I'm calling it image. That's okay, I don't care. Are we okay? Are we gonna compile? Or are we gonna have errors? I think we're okay. Looks pretty good. Alright, so as soon as this thing starts running, I think I'm going to call it for today. So, yeah, next time we're going to pick up again here and try and finish off implementing the rest of these things in here. Basically what I'm doing right now is I'm breaking this thing down into smaller, more composable parts, I guess. I think I'm doing a pretty decent job of that right now. Things are looking pretty good. And wait, why do I need to do both of these things at once? That's what I'm not really sure about. Why am I doing both of these things at once? Why can't I just calculate the tile set dimensions on their own and then calculate the image source on its own, and then yeah, what am I doing? Why do I pair this logic together? It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason to be doing this. Okay, that's another thing I don't really like about this. Oh, because I wanted to do this, I guess? That seems kind of silly. Because all I'm doing is I'm calling these two methods here, and then I'm pairing them. There's no reason to do that. Why am I doing that? Yeah, okay, I understand what I'm doing. Silly here. So instead of trying to pair that stuff together, which obviously doesn't need to be paired, what I should do is just call that. So call them separately, don't pair them, pass them in separately, and then we're okay. Right? Like, yeesh. This is not hard. Tileset and image. And we don't need to do this. Don't have to call get tileset and image. And we'll pass in the tileset and the image. Duh. And then yeah, I was gonna call it. I'm not calling it. We're not quite out of the woods here. Because I realize I'm doing dumb things. Tileset. I don't know about pairing these things up either here in this particular location. I'm creating a tile set info. Like now that I'm thinking about this, I actually don't know if I need this method either. I don't know if this makes any sense. Let's get rid of this. Oh, but then if I get rid of that, I've lost some of the logic that I had. Okay, well, let's retain some of the logic, but let's not go to the extreme of pairing this stuff together. I think that's a mistake. This is adding too many extra layers. Like parsing the TMX file like this, I'm okay with this. This is fine. Fetching these things separately like this, I think that's also fine. Like this, everything up till here seems okay. This I'm not so sure about. Well, let's just take 3 parameters. It shouldn't take 3. It should only take 2. Well, because I have a comma there. Yeah, so I have a tile set, image. Just get rid of that. Just get rid of this. Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to do this. To create a tile set info. I mean, creating the tile set dimensions, maybe. That makes sense. And then we should have a separate function that... you know, we're going to do it now. I don't want to be thinking about this next time. I'm going to create the tile set image source in its own function, and I want to create the tile set dimensions in this function. I think that makes sense. We'll get rid of tile set info entirely. Because we want to break things down into composable pieces. We don't want to do fetch image source. So I turn in, oops. So I turn in image source. I'm so used to TypeScript / Scala now. It's ridiculous. You take an image function, or a tiled function, or well, what am I even saying anymore? No, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, cut that, paste it. What was I doing originally? Oh, I was doing this format. That's right. Format. That you get in here. Actually, I could just wrap this entire thing in image source, and I guess that's okay. I probably want to return an option later, but for now this should be fine. I'll do that. There we go. So this is nice and composable, and this guy doesn't have that logic in it anymore. This one just creates these tileset dimensions, and I can just return those directly. I don't need to do anything else. It's the wrong type, that's okay. I can return this, that's fine. So now we're returning this tileset dimensions, we can get rid of this guy. And there we go, this should also be nice and relatively composable function. Cool. Now we can just call those two separately. So, tileset dims, which will be calling tileset dims on this guy. And then we'll have image source equal fetch image source. The image. Whoa, stop that. Stop being laggy. There we go. Okay. I like that. That makes a lot more sense to me. Composing itty bitty little bits and pieces together to create a bigger program and have everything all nice and relatively modular. I do indeed like that. I'll try running again. Alright, this makes a lot more sense to me. And now I can get rid of stuff like this. And I should also be able to get rid of this. I wonder, is it a code smell when you start seeing a lot of lifetimes showing up in your code, but like maybe you can avoid it? Or what's this? I'm gonna find an image in this one. What? I have an image right here. What? Image not with. Wait. Oh! I need the image here. Oh, I do need the image here. Oh, I'm being silly. I can't believe it. I forgot. Okay, that's fine. I can pass that in here as well. It's not a big deal. There we go. See, this is this is the kind of stuff that I like having a compiler for. When I forget to do little things like that, it actually just tells me right straight up. I don't have to like hit this thing at runtime or anything and try and like debug it basically to figure out what's going wrong. It's just a compile time problem. Bam, I already know. So that's very nice. Yeah, I went a bit longer than I would have liked, but at the same time I haven't recorded for like 2 weeks anyway, so I guess it's okay. Cool. Yeah, that's it for today, and we will pick up with implementing the rest of this function, method, whatever, next time.